Good evening and welcome to this week in review. Tonight's stories include Fire Department Elder Car Wash, AJM Sports Day, Grade 5-6 Year-End Pizza Party. These stories plus community events, the BBS Playbell, Off the Rack, and more coming up after this.
This is the place where the dawn breaks earliest, the new year comes soonest, where the Atlantic first meets the New World, the oldest city in North America, the far east of the Western world. Imagine that.
On Monday of this week, the Burgeo Volunteer Fire Department held a car wash in aid of muscular dystrophy. For just $5, you were offered the opportunity to have your vehicle cleaned both inside and out. The weather cooperated very well. It was warm and sunny. Approximately 35 vehicles went through the firemen's hands, and they did a marvelous job for each of their customers. $217.40 was raised from the car wash. This included donations from individuals who dropped by the fire hall but didn't have their vehicles cleaned. All proceeds will go to muscular dystrophy. The fire department thanks everyone who came out to support this fundraiser and those who gave donations. The fire department would also like to remind everyone that they are still looking for new members. If you are interested in becoming a member, please contact Lloyd Janes at 886-2929. Since Monday was such a sunny day, the AJM students and teachers went to the sandbanks for a day of fun in the sun. What a glorious day it was for the annual sports day for the A.J. Matthews students and teachers. For the past several years, they have organized their sports day on a rotating method. The teachers decide what sports or activities they are going to do with the students, and each grade will take part in that activity at different times. When we went to the sandbanks, Mrs. Penny's kindergarten class were at the beach playing in the sand. They were having a barrel of fun covering up one of the parents, Glenda Ricketts, in the sand. Mrs. Tucker's grade 2 class, along with some of their parents, were enjoying a game of soccer. The grade 3s were having a playtime in the swing area. The grade 4, 5, and 6 students were participating in the 100-meter dash. At noon, the kindergarten class was dismissed for the day, and the other students sat to enjoy their lunch in the sun. We hope the students and teachers enjoyed their day of fun in the sun at the sandbanks. On Tuesday of this week, the grade 5-6 class held their annual year-end pizza party. It is hard to believe that this will be one of the last bigger events held at the St. John's Central High School gym. Next year, all of our students will be settling into the new Burgeo Academy. Parents, grandparents, and friends gathered to celebrate with the 5-6 class their achievements over the past 7 years. Mr. Milton Vatcher welcomed everyone and invited Mrs. Benoit to address the 5-6 class. Next on the agenda was the valedictory speech. This year, Samantha Benoit, Ailey Warren, and Zachary Cloger entertained their audience with stories about each of the students and their adventures through the elementary school years. Then it was a presentation of scrolls. It is tradition with the grade 6 class that during the year-end pizza party, to entertain their audience with their musical talents. This year was no different. To get everyone warmed up, Marcy Billard, Jeremy Ann, and Mason Durnford did Knocking on Heaven's Doors. Scott Power and Mason Domney performed an instrumental. Sarah Durnford and Mr. Vatcher did a song by the Dixie Chicks. To conclude this part of the celebrations, Marcy Billard, Rochelle Domney, Sarah Durnford, accompanied by Jeremy Ann on guitar, did Saltwater Joys.
Just to wake up in the morning to the quiet of the cove and to hear Bessie talking to herself and to hear from Uncle John nothing wishes to hold down. It made me feel like everything was fine.
The students then went dancing and ended their celebration with the parents serving pizza and pop. Congratulations to all the students on their achievements, and we wish them every success in their next 6 years at the high school level. Stay tuned for more of This Week in Review coming up after this.
Come for a good time and we'll sweep you off your feet with jigs and reels and festivals and the world's most friendly folk. Dance your cares away at the Kelligrew Soiree. Imagine that.
On Wednesday, the kindergarten class held their year-end party. 9 kindergartens, their parents, grandparents, and friends came to the school gym for the ceremony. The afternoon began with a welcome from Mrs. Penny, the kindergarten teacher. Next, each of the students was presented with their diploma. Mrs. Penny had a special award for each of her students.
We have some special awards that we're going to present. The first awards excuse me, are called Printing Awards, and these awards are given to the 2 best printers in our classroom. And those awards are given to Cheyenne Piercy and Patty Ricketts.
Congratulations, and I saw your print. Beautiful. And
The next award is an artistic award, and it is given to the student who displays special artistic ability, and it's probably a student who has more artistic ability than is required at that developmental stage. And this year the award goes to Brady Mercer. The next awards are reading awards. This year we had 4 kindergartens who started the AR program, and that is a very special award to be able to start AR in kindergarten because you usually don't do it until mid-grade 1. But this year we had 4 kindergartens who started this month. So for special recognition, we would like to recognize Patty Ricketts. The next award is called the Great Helper Award, and we have one particular student in our classroom who was a fantastic helper. He stayed behind every day after school, and he made sure that those recyclables were put in the recyclable container. So how can we forget this young fellow who loves his environment? And this award goes to Tyler Durnford. The next award is given to the person who makes our class laugh the most. We have one particular student who wears a smile every single day, and that person loves to tell jokes, and that person is very, very funny. He talks about his dad and his dad's underwear every day. And this award goes to, Dad, don't be embarrassed, Nicholas Ricketts. The next award goes to the person who has very good manners, and they always use their please and their thank yous, and every time this particular young lady goes to the snack lady, she's always heard saying please and thank you, and always asking me with please and thank yous, and this award goes to Michelle Ingram. And the last award is entitled the Most Improved Student. And this award is given most every year. It's not necessarily for academics. It could be for social skills. It could be for developmental skills. But this particular student who gets this award has come a long way since September. And his name is Tyson Courtney. Thank you. We'll have one big round of applause, everybody.
Kindergartens then sang 2 songs for their guests. I Am Special and The More We Get Together. While the students were waiting for lunch to be served, some of them went outside to blow bubbles. Before lunch was served, the 2 youngest students, Tyson Courtney and Patty Ricketts, cut the cake, which was made by Angela Ricketts. For the next school year, there are only 7 children enrolled in the kindergarten program, and along with these 9 students, there will be a multi-grade K1. Congratulations to all the kindergartens and best wishes for the next school year. We wish you a safe and happy summer. On Wednesday of this week, the library held their closing story hour for all children registered with the program. There were 47 children registered with the Story Hour program this year. Most of them attended the closing. Paulette Ann, one of the volunteers with the Story Hour program, got things underway by reading the children a story. Paulette Ann and Jane Mead presented 2-, 3-, and 4-year-olds with a certificate of participation. They also presented the children who borrowed 100 books or more during the period from October 2002 to May 28, 2003, with a storybook. Ellen Swift and Laura Domine presented their group 5-, 6-, and 7-year-olds with a certificate of participation and a storybook for those who read 100 books or more during the Story Hour program. There were also 2 high school students volunteering with the Story Hour program. For the past several years, the Public Library Board has presented the 3 children who read the most books with a plaque. In 3rd place with 649 books was Brian Randall. For reading 658 books, Joey Compton was awarded 2nd place. The 1st place plaque went to Scott Porter for reading 744 books. The Story Hour program concluded with a lunch which was donated by the parents. On Thursday of this week, the Navy ship HMCS Summerside paid a visit to Burgeo. Through the Sea Cadet program, Ron Caldwell learned that the Summerside would be in this area. He made contact with them to make arrangements for our Sea Cadets to take a trip on the ship. The Summerside is on the south coast doing coastal patrol program. The ship is manned with Naval Reserve personnel who are doing their summer training. They will be visiting communities along the south coast throughout the summer. Mr. Caldwell, who was also commanding officer for the Sea Cadets, made arrangements for the cadets to take a trip on the ship. The HMCS Summerside arrived in Burgeo at approximately 3:30 p.m. 33 Sea Cadets and 4 officers boarded the ship at approximately 4:30 p.m. for a 3-hour trip along the coast. The Sea Cadets would also be served supper on board. Roger, Ann, and Dan Sims invited us aboard their boat to take a closer look at the ship, since she wasn't going to come to the wharf because there was some concern about the depth of the water. However, after some testing, the HMCS Summerside came alongside and the excited Sea Cadets were welcomed on board. The cadets arrived back in port at approximately 7 p.m.
Wave them, Rick. Captain down there? On my way. Just for women are done.
Stay with us. We're off the rack, the community events, and the BBS playbill. All after this.
There's gannets and puffins, kittiwakes and murres, guillemots, petrels and owls. And you can see where the eagle has landed. Imagine that.
Off the rack. This week, as we scanned our tape rack, we came across another tape of a grade 6 pizza party. Let's look back to June 1993. And I'll be here again next week with This Week in Review. For This Week in Review, I'm Marie Rose. Good night and God bless.